Sorry about that last video where I was just cut off right there. Hopefully you're not watching and you're listening, but then again, you never know. I wanted to talk about, how that I'm like in full activation. I mean, this eclipse season, not just lasting this month, but I guess it lasts for 6 months, right? That's the draw out, and I'm fully activated. I can't explain, but it's like, okay, so this is exciting. I would like to get more of the ability to do what I need to do to take ultra good care of myself, which it's tough for me because it's just me here. See, there comes a time where I'm thinking, God, I really wish I really can, like, I just need to focus more better, right? And just go put the darn rice in the bowl and eat it, Shana. I don't know why I think that I need to have a partner. See, like right now, well, I did chop wood today, but I need to bring it in. See, when if I and I am, when I'm channeling and getting downloads, it includes not getting any sleep, but I begin to move into a state of talking to my higher self, and that happens between 2 and 4 in the morning. And here's why: it's because the daytime activity of just the airwave filling up full of what is a backdrop of it's just totally meant to keep you away from doing what I'm doing. I found something amazing. I found a key that, okay, so it's weird because I have to wait. And I'm going to expand more on this. I already did. Some of it I've talked about on my last video, which now this is like in the first week of April or a little bit after that I'm going to put this video, and I'm still on March 23rd here. Just really highly pumped up, trying to level myself up and not be in a negative emotional state over, say, like my love life or just people that I cannot find. No, see, I'm becoming ultra sensitive. I don't really want to expose much, but you know that Neptune is going over my ascendant, right? Thank God it's in Aries, but no, Aries is actually an ultra sensitive sign. It turns out to be. They're the little baby babes, the baby of the zodiac that just pokes out and says, "I am." They go head first and they go, boom, I'm here. What else more do we need? Oh, we got Taurus over there, man. Taurus is, give me that carrot and let me. What the hell kind of carrot is that? Better be non-GMO. They're doing quality control over there. That's Venus. Now we love the Venusian people. I was going to tell you furthermore too, and I don't know when this is. What, April something? But I'm trying to tell you right now because this Mars transit. Okay, so and Neptune. But no, see, this Mars transit, I said some wrong things in my last video. I'm going to do some typing about it. But the Mars transit in Cancer, it's going to do the last kind of unpleasant feeling aspect to my mind, my Mercury, and my Uranus conjunction. See, it's my Mercury-Uranus conjunction. It's, oh God, please have mercy, man. I am tired of being ultra sensitive and like unable to everybody is licking their wounds with the Mars Chiron thing, and I'm talking about how not a bad thing. See, we need to heal and stuff. It's been a long time since this fucking Mars and Cancer, and there are people like me and other people around people like me who are like, man, I wish my Aries would just clean up, like clear up, and what is the sidestepping all about? Really, we're experiencing that, especially as the Libra generation is being set off, and that's my generation, the Libras particularly have felt, well, if you have early degree um, decan of Libra, which is, I would say, up to from 1 to 10, of course, and even 11, yeah, for sure, because that's where the the planet Venus and Mercury stopped, and then now it's going backwards, and See, I'm directly involved with it. I know some other people that are directly involved with it because they have a degree that's close to there. And I'm here to tell you, as your Martian friend, who is just pure energy that kind of just spontaneously talks about it and says, because we want to prevent disease, and that's why we communicate. I was going to ask you, could you somehow, I don't know how you're going to do it, but teleport me just a big cool glass of water. I'm a Martian person. It's like, babe, we don't really need your shit. We're taking a lot of shit, and we're giving you a lot of shit, right? You like that? You're like, God, there's my warrior. Yes, yes, yes. So, because we need to be pampered as little babies that are just we're not at the full capacity charge up yet. We're waiting for our full charge capacity. In a roundabout way, if you're in Aries, I don't know if Aries has watched this. If they are, they have a Mercury prominence because they're intelligence and they're taking their time to stop and do communications, which is remarkable. But no, no, a lot of people on here that are on it vigorously, actually doing industrial work and just doing it are Aries people. They're pretty darn industrious, so they'll do a channel and they'll put 3,000 videos up, and they'll keep working at it, right? They'll just keep doing it and keep up the communications. And okay, so this video, I wanted to tell you about how that I'm fully activated. This is my fucking time where I'm going. I can see it. See, I don't know it yet, but I'm going to know because here's my dialogue now. See, and you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. But the elite, see, they have to tell you the same thing because intergalactically, that's the policy. They have to use the same language and they have to give you a chance. They put it all out there. Yeah. It's really so far off, though, you would think we would never figure it out, but we did. If it's just one person, me, that figures things out, kind of trippy like that. I'll jigger something, and all of a sudden I'll say, well, what was that? And I'll jigger it again. It's like, well, wait a minute. And it's like, well, what are you doing, Sean? I don't know, but look, it's fucking jiggering. Well, I jiggered my damn fucking iPhone with having done the birds and the words. See, I'm gonna do a better, more pleasant style playlist that's kind of running the same thing that I did on my first playlist that talks about the already here organization. See, that was all done during, I'm trying to manage this Mars freaking transit. And I'm kind of looking pretty rough then, and we've gone through so much. I'm getting a little better only because, oh, pardon me, we thank God for the Pisces planets and the way that Venus is going back to visit Pisces. And it's like, you guys, this is April something, so it's like I'm filming this before because I need to take a rest. I know I do. Well, God have mercy. We're so excited about what's about to happen next. See, the organism basically was taking a rest. It needs to stop giving so much, right? And so I tried to scale down. I'm only making 3 videos a day, but it's like, yeah, I'll make all of the whole month's video in one day. How about that? And then I'll take a rest. I try to take a break from whatever I'm doing with my love life. The people there, just one. Um, the communications is rough simply because there isn't any communications at all. It's really actually freaking me out. There's a reason for that though. See, there's a sensitive reason for it, and not comfortable. See, I don't know if that person would feel comfortable talking about anything. I don't know. So it's kind of curious, right? It's like, wait a minute. I'm a communicative person. I have audiographic memory, by the way, and I know that. See, I know that the degree that I have my Libra at, and with Mercury there, in Mercury in at 28 degrees, which I'm sorry, but it's going to be squaring my Mars. And I haven't asked people yet, but I'm gonna want. I'm gonna need a shower of healing energy. I want somebody to, like, yeah, send me a teleported glass of crystal clear, cool water. But mainly, I don't know. What do you? because my mental health is going to go down a little bit. Not that it's any good right now. Not that anybody see there. That's a weird thing to say, mental health, because there isn't any such thing as a healthy mind. Mind and illness are synonymous. If you want to get it right, people, this is how you talk about it. Yeah, because the mind doesn't have awareness. It's just a storage bank. So, but now it's we say that mind and illness are synonymous because if that's the only thing that is there, that awareness, see, there's something called the fully encapsulated mind, which is the narcissist. But that's the wrong statement. See, I'm saying, no, wait a minute. It's the fully encapsulated awareness. It's inside the mind. It was drawn in there. See, this is very tough because the mind cannot have awareness. Awareness is gone. See, there's the non-self-reflecting person that, yeah, it's interesting. Uh, they don't see the mind. They think they're the mind. It's a mind there. It's very curious to open that subject matter and say, but how in the world does it get along? Well, it's on strict and pretty good not good programming, but what I mean is, now everybody knows that the narcissist, now we're talking about the fully encapsulated awareness, they're very good at working like 12-hour days, 7 days a week. They don't mind it. They won't blink an eye for like 30 years doing that. Even if it's a 2-hour drive to work. Some other human beings are like, good God, I want to be able to be with my family. They're like, let's escape the matrix. Yes, there is a way. Yes, and there's advertisements. Now, this is the way you do it. And do you know why they do that? Is because they want a better quality relationship with their spouse, with their children, with anybody. They're being sucked into something over there. But a narcissist doesn't care for having any kind of decent quality relating status. It's different from them. They do their style of relating is more like manipulating. Hold space that they can become human beings. Purely aware, by the way, that's just love. There's two types here. There's one, the human being, and there's the other one who is not a human being yet. They have yet to become enlightened. See, I love talking about this because I want you to adopt this fucking language. It's going to keep coming up. It has to. It has to. Why? Because then we can get into our brand. We don't have to be so confused. You want money? Everybody's like, well, what's your brand? I'm just a little old fucking, I'm a brand here. I have a separate card, and it's like, babes, okay, I understand you're trying to do something, but now let's look at it. Is it organic? Which team are you on? That's all we're saying. As far as, see, my brand can make your brand enhanced because money is only an enhancer. It's fun to tell the narcissist this. It's like, but all the money you make, babe, all that money can do is it enhances or it exaggerates your character. That's all. You have to open up a passage through your technological device here. You're all set up. You're all set up. You kind of don't like it. You're like, why are all these cameras here? It's because reality is here. What's wrong with knowing that reality is here? It's only controversial for the narcissist. They're like, now what is this thing that they're holding against me that everybody saw it? Yeah, reality's here, babe. Reality shows. There's a passage from the eye to the heart that does not need to filter through the mind. People don't consider what's in between themselves and the light switch or something like that over there. So that's a factor. There's 3 dimensions here. A lot of people don't know this. And it's like, no, this is simply what we're talking about. The 3rd dimension is outer space. This is what you're falsely taught. You're falsely taught what the 3rd dimension is, and scientifically, like how they're going to show you what 3D is. And it's not it. But I'm going to show you the false way they show it to you. And I'm going to trip you out on how that it's going to teach me too. Just I've never done it before, so I'll do it right now. How do you like it? Live or Memorex? So, um, they try to describe 3D like this. By the way, this is a one-dimensional thing right here. So they start with a one-dimensional and they never leave from there. But no, they're using two-dimensional objects, which is matter, which is this pen. And what I mean is, okay, two-dimensional is Earth realm. That's the truth. It's the truth. Matter. You have outer space, which is the third dimension. You have the truth therein, which that's what it's embracing and containing. The Earth is the second dimension. The first dimension is the mind, the mental strata that the organism, potentially human, is, which creates a world using words, maybe. Hopefully, we are doing just a celebration. No, we're not yet. Not very well. I mean, look at the celebratee over there. The celebratee? The celebratees? What are they celebrating? Really? Okay, so I don't know. I guess I was going to try to do this with you. I got new pens. They do this on a one-dimensional thing. They're handling their matter as if it was three-dimensional, and it's not. It's as if it was the third dimension. See, it's hard to describe this, but see, they're just now they're going to try to bring up a thing as being the third dimension, and it's just not. No matter how you fucking draw a box, okay? And I don't know why I can't get this thing to draw. I think I tried to do this once before, and I'm doing this with my left hand. That's my dominating hand, but they taught me how to write with my right hand. It's weird. I know that I'm a dominated left-hand person because I do a lot of things really good with my left hand. And I even drive prominently with my left hand. I mean, a lot of things, like I can play a really good bass line on a piano and then do over here. I'm kind of maybe ambidextrous. My dad was ambidextrous, which means he's left and right-hander. I mean, he was really good on the piano. Okay, they say, look, this is one dimension, which is like, yeah, we're dealing with a one-dimensional thing here, by the way. This thing right here, just turn it sideways, there's fucking shit going on. I mean, really, but this is the two-dimensional reality, babes. No, this is two-dimensional. But this is but this is one-dimensional of it, really, all of it. It's hard to explain that, but see, now I'll draw you the cartoon. Here it is. It's like, and then they go, now that's one, here's two. And now here's three. Sorry. Now you have three dimensions. It's like, no, I don't. It's not even what you're talking about. You're talking about matter forming. And matter is the second dimension. The third dimension is outer space. Reality itself. Yeah, reality. A lot of people don't know how to like talk about reality because they don't know really what it is. You can't really poke it with a fork. You couldn't destroy it with an atom bomb. You can beat around the bush about it, because it's right here in front of your face. How do you describe outer space? Well, they do it all the time. The masters, Buddhists, they're saying, all things it embraces and contains. It's the ultimate truth. See, the ultimate truth is just a blank fucking canvas. Okay, so this is outer space. Now, the now. That's another thing you need to know. It's the now. So you cannot experience it anywhere but right now. Yeah, this right here. Now, I want to teach you about what chaos really is, because this is what chaos is. The mind doesn't like it. See, there's no structure, right? But this is the very nature of reality. This is why the mind doesn't like it. It's too, like, vast of an ocean. But if you really got a glimpse of your real life beyond your mind, it doesn't last but hardly. I tried to talk about this, but it's just it's a phenomenon of your heart pounding, and it It gently taps your brain against your skull. It's giving the illusion of time right there. It hardly lasts, but there is a certain time that the ancients, the gurus have figured out, no, it's only this amount of time that your actual life is happening. And it's looping back into your memory that now that time is happening, but it's really not. See, you can really get into your eternal life, and we will. Yeah, I believe I'm living in a generation, and so are you. You're living in an exciting time that over the next 20 years, we're going to break through into eternal life. We're going to see something really strange come up. And what happens to be coming up to be a trend when Uranus goes into Gemini in June, those conversations need to be had. See, I will insist on that if you're in my life, if you're not somebody who can't like keep up with the conversation and kind of we start pinging back and then now it's like okay now let's press record, boom, now and start having a conversation. uh Usually it's between a disciple and the master. Yeah. Pardon me while I listen a minute. So anyway, yeah, this is outer space. Very freaky. It's that thing just, well, figuratively, like if you were to put it on paper, this is what it looks like. It's complete blank. This is the ultimate truth, by the way. See, I always said that the bestseller in 2020, right here, it it sold out immediately. Just the ultimate truth. No, see, here's what the ultimate ground of being now in space. I mean, I didn't just say that nothing is there. No, don't you remember that there's 3D, but no, really, there's two-dimensional. See, this is 3D right here, space. This is the truth, you guys. And it's not empty. This is what's rendering out matter. And this is the second dimension. This is the second dimension. The pen itself, the ink going down onto the thing, and but they tell us that no, this is the first dimension. Now here's the second. And here's the third. Boom. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. There, kids. No, that's not the truth. No. The second dimension is Earth. The third dimension is outer space. The first dimension is what we are dealing with as human beings as minds. And we have to kind of figure out now, did they make it to the fucking third dimension yet? Like, can they handle outer space? Like, are they even like interacting with me? Or do they have a version of me in their head? See, this is where I wonder what the hell, like, we can talk about this and think with me a bit, because this is the truth that narcissists are doing a form of collecting information at first. Now you want to talk about sociopaths, the way that they kind of just observe first, right? They have the weird look. They're just like, it's energetic. They pray. They're waiting for you to get some kind of vulnerability, and that's when they will do everything they can to fucking break you down. Takedowns is what it's called. I think that this town is full of it, but I call this town where I'm at, as far as the ecology of the people, the world condensed. And it's sad because you would think that there was a community, and there is, but it's overlaid with all of this shit. And I think it's not about starting a gang of people just because we were here first. No, this is a global movement that okay, so now that we're all chalked in here, and it's like from one household to the next. Yeah, let's look at who's a decent presence to people, like to people's suffering, to the environment, to their own suffering, to the getting hip to the trip. Did they go down the rabbit hole and think, oh no, yeah, we're not going to take any deals from the state up here, especially when it comes to the asphalt trucks that really want you to receive it. It was so doctored up with fucking toxins that I still smell it today. It's been 3 years. I just can't fucking believe it. It's like, you know what? It's just a matter of time when that person, I think he already knows how fucking stupid that was, but he just will not see. They actually got more peacocky. They got more like honking their big horns at each other, like, yeah, we're great, right? And sticking their chest up, and it's like, babes, you guys are obviously fucking down for the count. You need a shaman. You're probably at an end of life process. He's kind of older, and it's like, babes, right now, with that move, see, that was totally unnecessary. You could have just held off on that and fucking made this land suitable for, like, say, what if your grandchildren were going to come here? I don't know who the hell, if they were going to sell that place, who would buy it? People that move into the mountains, I don't know about you, but I'm here because I would like to move up into the ambiance of the mountains. I don't want to come up here to see. To me, I tried to call the city inspectors and the county inspector, like to see if they had a permit for all of that material. They didn't, and then they also further couldn't see it. They're just saying, we don't know what you mean. Well, it's because they know each other. And also, it's really hard for you to get calling help anywhere. You'll be surprised, especially if there's a dire fucking emergency. Your fire hydrants are probably turned off right now, especially if they're going to light the fire for you. Yeah, you have to watch out for your public services over there. Never, ever start that. You need to take care of each other, babes. The way that you do real business and you make sure that you're not going to get jacked is you look each other in the eye and go, yeah, we have an agreement, right? Your witness is reality. Yeah, that's the third party witness. See, if you the narcissist, that's their worst fear. It's just like, wait a minute, and you mean I can't turn this thing off? It's not going to lie to people, right? Okay, so but I can just deny that. I can just deny that it's here, right? Yes, you do. But we still see you shaking though, because you are being exposed for the first time. See, the thing about somebody who's achieved as a human being, just as reality, but like a guru that is truly achieved beyond mind and just being fully available as reality. It makes certain people very nervous. They feel like they're naked all over the place. They feel like, and you can just see them like just starting getting so uneasy, and it's hard to tell what's happening. But after a while, when you realize what you are, if you're a master achieved as love, just being able to be present with people, that you can diffuse their mind. See, your emancipation is at hand when you're with the master. Just one glance from a master can send you into a a passage that it might take instant, or it could last the rest of your life, or a few years maybe, but eventually you're going to be transformed forever. Yeah, especially if you genuinely are receptive to it, like you're actually thinking you're in love. See, the master is love achieved, just an availability to the present moment. And like I was telling you, it can pretty much, I can almost see in the back of its head, and like catch something, put it over there, and it's like, oh shit, and save the kid, or be a hero. That's the Aries. That's the I am. That's awareness, God. Your narcissist is the opposite of that. They have yet to admit that God is here, which is reality. Let's get back to this canvas, this blank canvas. The mind of God is very much like that. And now a lot of people don't really know what chaos is, but when you're an artist, when you are a creator of creation, you need a medium through which to work matter, and chaos is your medium. It's just, now if you were to make it as a signature, like as what a musician uses to pull music out of, they pull it out of this huge, vast amount of infinite possibilities. Now it's also within a very mathematics geometric structure, so it can be very infinite that way also. and they just use a little bit of that very potent, but you can describe it as now just pure static. Now, but with what the fascination but with music is that no, there's this thing called tone. See, in just one tone, and I was talking about the geometrics of it, it changes with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You get different shape geometry, but within each of those tones, see, the word tone has the word one in it. Now, now every single spectrum is found there. The thing about religions is that they do have an honest effort there, but as you know, Jesus, how did it go? Well, it's kind of weird. They now worship hanging me on a shish kebab. What do you think? That's very weird. Not safe for the children, by the way. This is the symbol of the Christ aware, by the way, right here. The fish, right there. That means that it's like, man, isn't this great? We are one with the universe. There is a fucking single limit of any of this. We get whatever we want. Just um, just kind of speak into reality about it, right? See, the key to knowing, to getting what you want, you have to first log in to the free information highway, which is reality. The truth is the free. The truth is a free for all there. See, it's hard to knock it off whack, but no, you can. They are. They are very, very toxic, by the way, because when you start tweaking it off of the resonance, like with colors, they've done the same thing with colors that they have done with music. At 1 minute, I don't know, is this how you spell the fucking thing? Holy shit. Now I'm retarded. Because I don't know how to spell. Simple as that. Still having the problem since age fucking first grade. Sorry. Fish represents abundance, babe. It's just, yay. And we know how to give. You don't play this shortage game with people, man. That's stupid. A tree doesn't know what you're doing. You're not even being as smart as a tree. Yeah. It would rather you come and eat its fruit than just have it going down rotten. I mean, it would just kind of grow itself out with a bunch of other trees around. If you didn't collect it, it would just get to be a mess. What's wrong with you people? Learn how to share. See, the thing is you won't share anything unless it's truly worthwhile to you, and a human being finds that whatever brings them joy is automatic worthwhile. They're like, you would guess what I just found, and it's like, really? Yeah, try it. Let's go show the kids. And they're like, and the kids are like, we already found this a long time ago. Yay, joy is the key. That's the key to getting anything you want worthwhile. Yeah, in case you want. But see, that's the way you would be able to navigate. People don't understand that. So now, having said that, with your abundance thing, the way that you can tell that money is kind of a farce, and it's actually designed to keep you away from joy and feeling good. By the way, yeah, don't ever think that for a woman it's happy, it's healthy. Don't hook her up into that mess of keeping your vibrational frequency on a low, because when a woman is doing the lower vibrational frequency, she can kill everything around her just by like being there about it. Like, disconnection can happen, things could just start dying. You could too. That's why you never want to. She doesn't really care for money. Not really. Not a real woman. Hi, Jesus, was that you too? Yes, do you remember when I flipped the tax table? Because I really thought it was interesting. Why do you keep doing this to me? Do people know what I'm doing? I don't know. Does it even look good anymore? Does the fucking method work? Am I doing ventriloquism still? Christ living in hell. How are you today? I love you too. Yeah, there's somebody like me over here, right here. I'm thinking about taking Skype. I don't mind it. I did it once with somebody, but I realized that there's something going on with that person. Very stricken with the hocus pocus ass. Talk about one-dimensional Bible. Yeah, you have to be careful of a certain product that come out of worshiping, hanging people on fucking crosses, and pretending like the wine's the blood. And let's eat the body too. Yeah, and fucking watch out for those traditions, man. Have you doing the funniest fucking things, and the joke is on you, Jack. Don't you remember that? Don't you know that that's not right? That um, when somebody sticks up for you or themselves or anybody, you don't just like do reactive abuse and say, "Yeah, kill them," and then turn it around on everybody and go put the sign up. That's your leader, by the way. I'm being gaslit to hell. Do you mean I can drink this alcohol forever? Yay, thank you. Now it makes sense. About as much sense as a turd in a punch bowl. So this is chaos. You're pulling. I mean, that's a lot of people don't realize that. See, and then when they fucking talk, and they just talk about it, oh, it was chaos, and it's like, oh, chaos is not as bad as the actual thing that fucking was there that appeared through the medium of which that artists are using. Can you slow down a bit and figure out what you're fucking talking about? Artists are using that medium. See, this is the artist's um, for a musician. It's that static of like all of the full spectrum of all the notes are right there, but then it isolates itself to a harmonious, geometric, infinite possibility, just in accordance to one tone at a time, which is getting really trippy. But all of it's available in that one tone. That's why it says one there. The Buddhist knows it's like, no, it's just one tone that you're drawing everything out of. It's really hard to explain that, but I see it and I understand it. And that's where I'm trying to tell you that, yeah, see, musicians are pulling from chaos that is that static that I'm trying to describe. And now an artist who's painting and he starts to think about what to paint, well, this is his chaos place right here. And all of the paint sitting there. And now he's going to pick it up and he's going to make a specific thing into that, which that's not the chaos, that's the order. Yeah. And you must have chaos to create any order. That, see, if you have too much order, you're looking at death. You need a place to play. You know, see, even with your drawings of things, you're going to start using a variation of color, which is a vibrational frequency that is either intense, like, you know, shading alone is, you know, here's a method of creating something there by just using shade. See, lines like this that are thick. So you have a thick line, and then you make it less thicker, and then you make it a little bit less thicker. Now you're creating an illusion of a shade. Sorry. Now I'm going to make it a cup. See, you put your shade, and you're just using one color here to create an illusion of perhaps we have a cup here now. We have a vessel, right? There. And then see right here, you need, because the light is coming, where does it look like the light is coming from? It's kind of looking like the light is coming from here. Here's your light bulb. Hi, Grandma. And it's shining over here. So where is this shade going? It's looking like most of the shadows in the back. So I'm going to make a little shadow back here to kind of like, well, there's the cup, you know. Sorry. But you see what I mean? You have to kind of make it go out this way. Yeah, yeah. And we're just working with that with you today. How'd you like that, kids? I'm a fucking Bob Ross now. Just kidding. I hope you like this one. 49 minutes. I'm filling up April with just this one day. But see, what's activating me in me is, see, it's about communications. The Virgonian eclipse that happened for everybody. See, it's a Mercury uh, prominent kind of thing. Now, what happened is that the moon. What happened now? There was a lunar eclipse. The sun is in Pisces. I'm sorry, I'm confused right now, but no, it's a lunar eclipse because it was a full moon in Virgo. Yeah, and so that's a Mercury ruled moon, and it's pointing at communications now, and that's what I'm doing. It's right at 23 Virgo. See, I'm a Venus that requires communications in order to fall in love, kind of a thing. I'm like, so, but what's the detail of which that, it's just kind of intellectual. Geminis have the same kind of thing. They like a more communicative person. They want an intelligence there in order to get to experience a romantic pleasure after all. Because Venus does hit our pleasure zone. So we kind of like a little bit of intellectual detail, please. But see, the Venus in Virgo, the Virgo, as a rule, because it's ahead of Gemini, Gemini can always learn something from Virgo because Virgo knows how to. First of all, they weed out through all the details that Gemini can just get lost in all the details, and Virgo is now trying to analyze and find out what's like because they're an earth sign, they're going to get like a quality out of it that Taurus is going to go, good job. And Capricorn is like, yeah, we can sell this, man, this is good quality shit. But moving into see, the thing that is the lesson for Virgo is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, now it's looking like selflessness. Now we get to that part of the chart that they do information on a wider scale. It's geologics. It's including a different place of information. That's all. And the Virgo needs to learn all of its places and what may be happening there as far as healing and all this stuff. So it's kind of a challenge for them, and they can always learn something from Sagittarius. And because Sagittarius rules like higher teachings and stuff, expansive people. It's hard to meet a negative Sagittarius person. They are so amazing and beneficial to be around. Highly intelligent people. And then, but their challenge is Pisces. Oh boy. And having said this, how are you doing, Nancy, man? Any of the Sagittarius people out there through these Piscean times? We're getting past the fucking Neptune and Pisces, my sweetie. You're having difficulty with that, right? You're kind of all over the place. Deception right and left. We're learning about narcissism and all this other weird stuff. But see, now Sagittarius is gonna be so happy when Neptune gets out of Pisces and into a more of a trine, musical, harmonious situation with Neptune. Yeah, but we're gonna go back into Pisces for one little last time in October in 2025 and brush up on a little bit of Pisces. Now, see, we're gonna make sure that we got the message from God right from there, which is like, what are they doing with your water? Really, it's just the truth. And it's like, well, why don't you want clean water? I think water is going to be a big issue. We're going to see something go on with water, and even if it's just a volcano that goes down or goes off underwater and takes care of most of California to the point of it fills up the Dead Sea because it's below sea level, I'm all for it. My great grandparents moved a mile high on this granite fucking mountain here for a reason. My grandma could be heard saying, "Shauna, not even an atom bomb can destroy this place." And then I know what she means. You can take all the trees away from here, and I will be fucking happy still. I'll be like, yay, because I'm in Aries. I love rocks. This is just nothing but fucking granite here. You gotta question what the hell that was. Just a few hundred years ago, they demolished a lot of. I love my cat. So great. I say hi to my baby. She's going through a different phase, trying to learn things. She might be going into heat. I found that there's an orange cat dwelling all over my property, and I'm so happy to see that. See, because there's rodents and stuff, and they level them out. ever since my darn other cat died, which she died at 17, I think it was. Yeah, on the 19th of February last year. Oh, it's been steady that the darn mice and rats started coming here, and they even did some damage on my walls. Can't believe it. I had such an experience with these little fucking shits. But I've steadily gotten rid of them. Thanks for sitting through this, especially the person that's like, oh God, Shauna, you're going to tell them about the rats. Yeah, I got rid of them a lot. And I got rat deterrents, which I don't think it works very well, so I keep the traps going. But I got rid of them a lot. See, having the cats here, they're going to be gone. We've never had a problem with rats here ever because my grandma always kept a cat. I love cats. I love cats not just to have a cat for the rats. No, she hasn't caught anything yet. See, I am really questioning her. Babes, I thought that she was going to like attack my baby chickens. Baby chickens are going up to her and she gets terrified and she runs away. She's terrified of the baby chickens. And that's good. I think she realizes that whoa, these are sentient beings, and they're kind of like that. See, the rooster kind of keeps it. This is Chinese astrology. The rooster personality person kind of keeps the tiger person, which I'm a tiger, on edge. You know, because the rooster is kind of just it gets too flustered too easy, and I don't know. They kind of get along, but the tiger would just as soon eat the fucking rooster if it's crowing too loud in the morning. You know, we just want to get some sleep, and there's a dynamic there. You know, we get along with the dog better. Tigers are pretty trippy because they could probably just accidentally eat one of their friends. I don't know. Sorry about that, but we're fun though. We are really fun though. Believe us. Thanks for listening. I love you guys, and um, I don't know if I got my point across about what I was trying to say about how I'm activating and that I'm going to bring, I'm already starting to do it. And this is so tough because it's like, you guys, please, it's hard. But I'm doing it though. I mean, God is giving me everything that I need. I mean, He's not giving me anything, that I can't handle. It's like a perfect thing, I guess. See, the thing that I'm so disappointed in, and I'm pretty sure it's only because we have this Mars transit that has been testing our nerves. And mine are shot, and I've lost like my cool, right? I'm a meditator and all that stuff, and now I don't even know how to handle my mind. It's just gone off the kilter, and I'm having trouble with it. And I claimed uh, mental illness over Facebook, which I know what I'm doing with that. It's just, babes, the mind and illness are synonymous, and I'm a little bit too immersed right now. I just caved in. It's going to get a little bit worse. I can look at it, babes. We're looking at Mars is going to square my Mercury-Uranus conjunction. And I'm asking for your support on an energetic level to help me keep my mind steady through the unsteady time that's just going to be, I'm just going to be so on edge. I'm sorry. It's been hard already though, see. Now thanks for listening to all this. God, you guys, thank you. I'm putting this over, April. I made so many videos today, and just because I'm supposed to be highly creative, and a lot of times it goes somewhere because that's just the way the universe is. If you create, all it does is create more. So be careful what you create. um, no, really, it's just energy, right? Says money. Thank you. Anyway, here I am getting older in front of your face and doing this. Isn't it weird? It's like, oh boy, you better get something done, and I am. I won't believe where I'm going to get in the next, well, because of the communications expansion, I'm fully activated. I'm supposed to really see, this is what's required of me now, and you. But I have to make the piece of art first, and then I paste it on the content creators. I can do it live, and I probably would much rather go into trance and do that and spend like 1 hour a day putting because they can inspire me to say it a certain way, and I'll be able to word it. See, and what happens is when I do that, no, it's guaranteed. No, it's guaranteed. See, intelligence is going to rise up, which is the human being. See, I already had somebody today, but the thing is I'm very exhausted. I used to take my time with people over social media and really, if I have the energy, I just pour into them and they get a lot from me and they thank me. And but I don't do that now. Not with Mars and Cancer. And even though I ripped the Band-Aid off, it still looked bad, looking pretty bad. We got no people that see what I have done, and also the way that I'm talking about it, that it ties all in with Buddhism. That there's two types here, babes. Type, you have a typewriter, right? No? Why do you think they call it typewriter, Huns? I'll tell you why on another video. Are you wearing a watch? Do you think that your watch watches you? See, you have to obligate yourself and try to figure out, well, when do they change the name watch? The name timepiece. You used to have a timepiece in your coat. You pull it out and you look at the time and you put it back in. That's a timepiece. But now it's a watch. But they made that name probably in the 1800s because there's a civilization that is here that's hidden that controls your language, kind of like The Simpsons, babes. And now I'll further tell you, and I'm closing this up now because it's an hour already. But this is what I'm doing. It's difficult to do this work because you feel like that it's not very valid, but you know it's valid in a very real way. Well, because I know me. Me? I leave a legacy wherever I go. And I make an impact. I influence. I start trends. Other people start doing it. Why? Now, why would that be a good thing here? How about you? Do you think you can handle having $10,000 an hour? You want to be you want to have that $33 billion that Zuckerberg is waving in front of your face. And there's 3 other billionaires there that are doing the same thing. They have to do that. And by intergalactic policy, if you consent to weird things that just keeps them socialized and then you in privatized debt to them somehow, it's up to you. You want to stay doing that and living like absolute fools with fucking absolutely no idea that you're completely reversed upon and that there's a solution, and it could be through over social media. Do you think that there's an anti-social here and then there's a social here? Do you think that there are non-humans here and do you think there are human beings here? See, I'm an Aries rising, and I know I have something for sure. And it's like, you mean that I have to keep fucking repeating this like the Channel 4 News? Yes, you have played music, hun. When you play something and you work on your masterpiece and you play music, oh, I've played one piece at least 155,000 times, and it's still I'm still refining it. It's got to get better than ever. It is better than ever. I have the recordings of where now this is it, but really it's just me practicing each and every time, and I'm still practicing. I didn't just say, oh, it sounds bad every time. No, no, we can do a variation, and God, I am listening, and we do a certain perfection between each and every tone, and we are see, you can, that's how that Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young can get on stage and sound exactly, you don't ever want to do this, by the way, they sound exactly like their album. The reason why you don't want to do it is because your audience is going to say, babe, I can just go home and listen to your fucking tape. Will you please loosen up a bit and go into some outer space here? Take some lessons from live playing musicians like jazz musicians or Jerry Garcia over there, the Grateful Dead. They're famous for going into space for at least 25 minutes. And the thing is people know exactly where they are. They're like, no, this is that one song, California or whatever, and they're like, and they kind of get back with the musicians. They say they check in. The musicians will go around into outer space and they'll check in. Do you remember this melody and where we're at? Yeah, and then go into the bridge. Okay, let's go back. And it's all harmonizing within that spectrum. Originally, see, a musician can see one little tiny. Music is round, by the way. It's round. Every music box that you've ever seen includes your discs and everything. Just think about it for me a little bit. It is in fact the shape of a round thing. It's round. You're doing a round. See, when a conductor, thanks for listening to this, guys. Oh my God, a lot of energy. Pray for me. See, I need to fucking ground myself, and nobody can do that for me but me. My cat helps me a lot. I go out into Mother Nature, and I'm so grateful. So music is the way that a musician can foresight. See, forethink. They can foresee things. See, there's the center, and it starts like this, right? And then it just starts to expand. They're like ba 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 la la da 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 da. Da da da. Start over. Ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Start over. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Start over. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Yeah yeah. Start over. Whoop whoop ba 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 ba. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hi, Dad. How are you? My God, what were you doing? Sound like, I don't know, I heard that song